misinterpretation around Ryder Cup 2025, the envelope rule, comes down to math. And this math has to solve for more than one equation. That's what the original rule from 54 years ago would have had to solve for. Because unlike other sports, there's a cap, right? There's not just one thing to solve for. You can't just make believe 13.5 and 14.5. So when you break this down here, we're actually redistributing this point. You have a dinner party and you have a bunch of guests and one guest can't show up, so you give every other guest more dessert and you give every other guest more dessert fairly. So it impacts the scoring by 0.13% per point that's around, which is a very, very, very small amount. And then here you look at this. So the original, we know 14.5 to win. Because we're taking out a point, it would be 51.85%, which is small. The issue is we've advertised this event to the players, to everyone. Everyone knows it's 14.5 to win. But if I leave it at 14.5 to win with 27 points, that means I increase the difficulty of the course by 1.92%, which I don't really want to do with the rule. What you do here, because you have to equal 14.5 to win, you add 0.5 to both sides. It doesn't mean they're actually playing for those points. It means you add it in to satisfy this equation. It's a math model. And it's ironic because most sports just start at 0. You don't have to start at 0. This rule is fair. Changing all the other points to increase by 0.13% is so small. You can see it on the graph, right? And then when you change a win from the percent it was to increase the difficulty by 0.07, not even 1%, right? We're not even changing any other point to equal 1% more. We're not even changing our win difficulty to be 0.1%. Like we're not even changing it by that, right? We're changing it so that because we don't have a sub, the math is the counterforce to make this whole thing neutral. Either way, even if it was the old way, I can shift your mental system by with less than 2%. Ironically, right? Like I can spin this out of control with a less than 2% change, which is less than the margin of error for the entire competition. And this, ironically, when you look at that dopamine, I 100% took dopamine from you when that point got moved, right? I took it. And when you take dopamine out, that's your reward system. And I took your reward away. It's an anticipated reward. But here's the question, what counterforce do you apply? You always need a combat counterforce mentally when I take this. You don't need a cute little mindset. You don't need a positivity. You need like a neurotransmitter counterforce to what I'm doing to you to come back in the arena. Ironically, let's reverse this whole equation. So player A, Viktor Hovland, that did not get gifted a make-believe half a point, when you look at him on the other side of this equation, right, like this shows you everything that is working against you. He, in 2023, did the complete opposite. He took 3.28%, one of his short game variables, turned it into enough precision that his flow state was locked into it.